Hey guys, this is Leo with dualsim.us, and in this video I want to do an unboxing video for you of this POSH Titan Pro HD, and this model is E550a. So this is pretty much a similar phone to a previous POSH device that I reviewed, POSH Titan HD 500, which was a 5-inch screen, and this one is a 5.5-inch screen. So besides that, I think most of the specs are similar or identical, and the only not concern but question I have is who made the processor in this phone, but we're gonna find that later, and I'm gonna talk about that in my full review. So right now we're gonna stick to the unboxing. Now I already opened it. Actually, I went through initial setup, so we don't waste time here. Okay, so here's the box. It's a pretty nice package. You have all the specs listed on the box, and actually besides one, and it's a really cool feature I'm gonna show you in a second. So here's the phone itself. It's actually a pretty thin device. I believe it's about 7 millimeters. Might actually say on the box somewhere. Does not, but it's not a thick device, I tell you that. And it's very, very light. So it's a pretty big screen, 5.5-inch. Now the back plate is a very nice sort of like leather textured plastic. It's thin, but when you hold it in your hand, it doesn't slip easily. It sits there pretty nicely. So if we take this off, the back plate, we are going to find the following. The battery, 2400 milliamp hours, which is very, very little for a phone this size, but I guess you can buy an extra battery, which is nice, for about $20–30. So this is not a built-in battery like other phones are. This is removable. Now the dual SIM function, which we mostly care about, and as if you noticed, all the phones that we review are dual SIM. So here is SIM 1, which is surprisingly a full SIM card, but you can use either adapter or, as I used here, I just matched the contacts on a micro SIM, and the SIM 2 is a micro SIM 1. Okay, here's a micro SD card, and pretty much that's it for under the hood. I'm gonna put the back plate on. There's a dual flash and a 13 megapixel camera. I'm not sure about the quality of this camera. We're gonna go through that in my full review. So let's peel this off. Once again, POSH put in capacitive touch buttons, but I actually like them, the location, because if you look at Asus Zenfone 2, you can see that the back button is located on the left, while here it's on the right, and it's actually easy to see. And because most people are right-handed, it's natural to press the back button with your thumb instead of trying to reach over to the left side. So this is nice. As I said, if this button was on the left side, it would be a major pain in the ass. But we're gonna leave that alone. The argument of physical touch buttons versus software is still there. I actually was always a fan of physical touch button, but lately I like the on-screen buttons better. But that's irrelevant with this phone because it's physical buttons. Okay, so a very unexpected feature that I've noticed is the screen knock-on, which in a budget phone is very rare to see. Now, talk about budget. Now, this phone costs $119 on Amazon, but when I bought it, for some reason, I don't know if it was sale or temporary or a glitch, I actually paid only $69 for this phone, which is super nice. Unfortunately, that price is gone, and as you see right now, it's $119 with free shipping. And if you check other sellers, Yeah, Amazon sells it for 119, and actually bought it from Amazon itself, not other sellers, and it was 69. So unfortunately, you can't get that deal anymore, but still $119 for a 5.5-inch device with Octa Core processor and dual SIM for the American market is pretty nice. Okay, so let's walk through the phone itself. It's a Android 4.4.2, and I actually would not expect an upgrade to Lollipop based on my experience with these budget phones. You can see there the version of Android. So unfortunately, it's probably not going to get Lollipop. The way the software here is designed, it's actually, I don't like it very much because there is no quick toggles and you have to press here to actually get to your quick settings, whereas other phones, they have, for example, I'll show you on an LG phone. So you slide from the top and you have your quick settings there. You can add more. You know, it's nice, your screen brightness. And on this phone, you don't have any of that. But, you know, it's a budget phone and it's a dual SIM phone, which is very important. So, talk about dual SIM. Let's look at the speed of this 3G connection. Now, this is not LTE, although the box says 4G. It's actually HSPA Plus, which is 3.5G, you can call it that. It's just a fast version of 3G. Let's turn off the Wi-Fi. Our data should come on. Okay, H plus 4G. Let's run a speed test. And again, if you watched my previous videos, we are in a house where the signal is not the best, and I'm actually using T-Mobile's LTE speed booster, so that helps a lot. And I think we're gonna get about 4 megabits per second download speed here inside, which is pretty good for 3G, but it's not a conclusive test. You actually have to be outside to do a full speed test on this phone. But compared to the previous POSH Titan HD, which was a 5-inch display, on this phone, the Wi-Fi speed, you get a full speed out of it, whereas the old version was limited to like 2 megabits per second, which was completely painful because you couldn't watch YouTube. Like if you watched YouTube on Wi-Fi versus 3G, you could actually see HD video on 3G, but you couldn't do it on Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi was so slow. And I think it was a limitation of the MediaTek processor used in the older version of the phone. I just wonder what MediaTek processor is used here. I'm actually gonna do a little digging. But if we turn on Wi-Fi and do a speed test once again, you can see finally a full potential, something that any phone should do on Wi-Fi. Right. There you go. 25 megs is actually the speed limit of my internet connection, not the Wi-Fi itself. I don't know why it's dropping, but you could see it was 25, 26 even. Okay, so camera. I am not sure about the quality of this camera. This is a selfie picture that I did. So there I am. It has actually a flash, as you can see. So, which is nice, and it's a 5 megapixel selfie camera, but I'm not sure about the quality. Let's take a look. So yeah, it's pretty grainy. I don't know why is that. Maybe because of the light pointing at the camera or something else. Maybe it's just a crappy camera. Now the rear camera is, I hope, a little better. Let's take a look. So I'm not sure. So in this video you actually see a lot of blue. So I think it's the white balance on my camera that I'm recording the video with, but this picture is rather white. It's pretty good quality. Hopefully you can see what it looks like in the video. I'm gonna include the screenshot of this, not the screenshot, the actual image. Okay, so overall, it's a pretty nice device. It's very light. It's a little bigger than LG G3, which has the same screen size. You can see there, same width and length. It's actually lighter than the G3. So you have this protruding camera on the back, which is kind of annoying. If you put it on a table, it rocks back and forth. You can see, so that's kind of annoying, but this phone is pretty thin, so if that's an issue for you, this is a good phone. Now, in the next video that I'm gonna make, I'm actually gonna test this phone for a week or so, and then I'll have a better understanding of what it's like, what's the good, what's the bad about it. But overall, it's a pretty nice phone. I like it. So the hardware part, on the bottom you don't have anything here. You have your volume rocker. On the left side, a weird spot for micro USB at the top, right next to the 3.5-inch headphone jack, and your power on the side. But once again, the screen knock-on feature is pretty nice. Once again, I'm not sure who made the processor on this phone, but I think it's a newer generation than the 5-inch POSH Titan HD was. Okay, with that aside, let's look at what's in the box that came with this phone. So let's open it. Here's the included soft TPU case. It's nice to have it, and it's really nice of POSH to include it, because this is a rather new phone and it's hard to find accessories for it at this moment, so they included it. It's very nice. But the quality of this TPU case, I'll show you. And now, here's a TPU case from the 5-inch POSH Titan HD. And as you can see, it's very yellow. So it's gonna get yellow and ugly and nasty. This is not dirt, this is just discoloration. But to start with, it's really nice to have. And it fits alright around it. I mean, they could have done a better job with it. The sides, you can see the volume is kind of hard to press. The power is hard to press. It's a good thing they have a screen knock-on feature, but not knock-off, which just sucks. Okay, back to the box. You have a screen protector included, and actually there's another screen protector already installed. I'm gonna try it. You can see there. Right there you can see a screen protector installed. So you're not gonna damage the phone right away, the glass. And this phone actually comes with a Gorilla Glass, which is nice. Right there. So even if you do take the plastic off, it's gonna be scratch resistant, hopefully. Okay. Next you have this micro USB cable. No, just basic cable. Headphones, I won't expect anything special from them, just, you know, basic plugs. Of course, this is not Dr. Dre Beats, but nice to have. Most phones nowadays don't have them. A European adapter, it's very nice for them to include it. I actually just traveled and I only had one of these adapters, and it was a pain to charge multiple devices with them. And a regular US version of USB charging. So this is a 1 amp charger. Let me focus. Right there, 1 amp. So the charging is going to be slow. But once again, this phone doesn't have a huge battery, so it's not going to be that slow. Alright, so this is it for my unboxing of this POSH Titan Pro HD E550. Okay, and if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to our channel. This tells me that you guys are liking my videos and I have inspiration to make more of them. and come back for a full review. I'm gonna do it in a few days. I'm gonna switch to this phone full time for a few days, test drive it, and gonna tell you what I think about it and what's good and what's bad about it. Alright, see ya.